Hi, boys and girls. We're going to be reading Dr. Seuss. And Dr. Seuss is a biography, and a biography means it's a true story about somebody's life. So it has lots of true facts about Dr. Seuss's life. And Dr. Seuss wrote books for a living. He created imaginary characters and he drew them and he colored them and he wrote rhyming words about them. And this lady right here, she's also written books that are funny. And her name is Helen Lester. And she's the author. She's the one that collected all of these photographs about Dr. Seuss's life. And she wrote all the words in this biography about his life. So before we look at that, I just want to go ahead and look at this picture right here. Maybe these kids are reading one of his books. Maybe they're not. I don't think they are. But whatever book they're reading, it looks like it's a funny book. The boy, he might be the brother, he might be a friend, is pointing to something funny or interesting in the book. And the girl is looking at it and she's grinning. Oh, it looks like she wears glasses to help her see better. So anyway, these two children think that this book is a hit. So if you hear the word hit in the story, it means that when something's a hit, people like it. And like this story is also going to use the word rhyme. And like rhyming words are like cat, hat, mat. Cat, hat, mat. They all rhyme. They all have the same vowel consonant sound at the end. They sound the same. So now let's get back to over here. So he writes funny books, and we'll be thinking about what makes a story or a poem funny. Okay, so here's our story. It's not a story, it's a biography. So here is Dr. Seuss. You can call him Ted. His mom and dad did. Oh, so even though we call on his books, he says Dr. Seuss, his real name is Ted. Ted was a funny man. And look at him. All these little creatures that you see, he invented them. They came out of his brain. He imagined them. Ted would draw pictures. Look at him. He's got his cups all full of like colored pencils and pens, and looks like that's a paintbrush right there. And that's like where you would put water when you're painting to sort of like wiggle your brush around and get all the paint off. So there he is at work drawing his pictures for his book. It says, "Here is a fun picture." Look, he drew that. That is funny. If I saw a person that looked like that, or a cat, I might laugh. I might think that was strange. Oh, wait. Did he get older? Look at him here. He has a beard now. Ted would write, too. Oh, so he didn't just paint pictures and draw pictures. He would write, too. Ted wrote the book, The Cat in the Hat. The Cat in the Hat was a big hit. Remember when I said a big hit means that people like it? These kids right here, they had read it. They liked it. They thought it was a big hit. Can you find the cat in the hat? Ugh, that was easy. Oh, there's two of them. Ted had many big hits after The Cat in the Hat. Kids like the Lorax a lot. Okay, so after he wrote his first big hit, The Cat in the Hat, he wrote other big hits, other books that kids love. So one of them was called The Lorax, and here's a picture of his character from The Lorax. Ted would write rhymes. Can you find some here? Okay, I can't. Remember rhyming words? They had the same phonemes at the end, the same vowel consonant sound. So look at this has an AT at the end, this has an AT at the end, that those say at. So this says splat hat. Splat and hat are rhyming words. They're rhymes. Bell, that ends with ELL. This one ends with ELL. Bell, smell. Bell and smell are rhymes. They rhyme. And then finally the last two are sled and red. They both end with E and D and they rhyme. Sled, red. It was fun to hear Ted read. So after he would draw his pictures and write his books, he would go read them to kids. And it was really fun, I guess, to hear him read them. They were a hit. What? What? Are these sculptures? Yeah, these are some sculptures. Now kids can see animals from his books. There's the Cat in the Hat. There's the Lorax. Here's like maybe from the Myrtle Turtle book that he did. Dr. Seuss National Memorial Sculpture Garden. Oh, boys and girls, this is a caption. And a caption tells us some information, some more information about the picture. So that's a good graphic feature that they used. Actually, this is a text feature. The graphic features are the pictures, the photographs. So the name of this place where you guys can go that has sculptures of his characters is Dr. Seuss National Memorial Sculpture Garden. That caption did help us know where the more information about this picture. It told us where it was, or actually what it was. What? Are they dressing up like the Cat in the Hat? That looks like a fun project to make those hats. Dr. Seuss is still a big hit with kids today. Okay, I like that book. I like the graphic features. They were mainly photographs, but look at this. She also put colorful borders around her photographs to make it interesting. And look at these graphic features. Actually, it's text and graphic features. Love it. So let's read some questions about this and see if we can answer them. And remember, if you can't answer the questions, you look for the answers in the text. And you think about what you already know, because maybe it's already in your brain. Maybe you already know the answer. It says, what did Dr. Seuss write about and draw? Let's look at the story. What did he write about and draw? Well, let's look for the things he drew. Okay, he drew funny animals. And he wrote rhyming books. Remember over here it showed us that he wrote rhyming books. Okay, so he drew imaginary animals and he used rhyming words to tell his stories. Why was Dr. Seuss an important person? Okay, something I need to tell you about biographies, which are stories about someone's life, is that they usually make biographies for important people. And I think he's important because his books were easy enough for children like you to read. And you can predict what words might say because they were going to rhyme. His friends would say, hey, use these 100 words and make a book that first graders can read or that beginning readers can read. And he would do it. So I think he's important in helping kids be engaged in the stories that they are learning to read with. And now it says, the selection says Dr. Seuss was funny. What pictures and words show this? Okay, so let's look at the pictures. Let's see. Well, I can see the back, a little bit of the back of the book, but it's blurry, but it has some imaginary characters, so that could be why kids thought he was funny. Look at all these imaginary characters. If you saw any of these situations or any of these characters, like this is a situation where they're all standing on top of one another's backs, that would be funny if I ever saw that in real life. And then these characters are funny looking, like they're unexpectedly strange. Anything that's a little bit weird is funny. And then the fact that he used rhyming words and he also made up silly names. I'll have to read you a couple of his books so that you can see what I mean. Your mom probably already has read you Dr. Seuss books before. Okay, so that's all. Until tomorrow. Toodaloo.